Regardless of how well you maintain your car, it may break down with little or no warning. The most serious vehicle failures affect steering, braking, or engine power. If your vehicle develops mechanical problems while driving, your main objective should be to steer safely off the roadway onto the shoulder and then call for help. Brake failure. Brake issues include faulty or worn brake lines, anti-lock brake system (ABS) malfunctions, and worn brake pads that should have been replaced. Poorly designed brake systems also cause many brake failures. With a manual transmission, you should downshift to slow the vehicle. The parking brake may still function, but must be applied with caution. It is not an emergency brake. The car could begin to skid if the parking brake is applied too quickly. With an automatic transmission, shift the car to neutral and apply the parking brake as you find a safe place to pull off the road. Brake pressure can sometimes be built back by pumping the brake pedal. This would be on older vehicles without ABS. Car fires result in about 500 deaths annually. Mechanical malfunctions and car collisions are the leading factors that ignite fires. It is advisable to have a fire extinguisher as part of your roadside emergency kit, but only if the fire is small. If the fire is out of control, get away from your vehicle. Steering failure. The most likely cause of steering failure is a loss of power steering. This can happen if a hydraulic pipe breaks or is cut by debris from the road. If you lose your power steering, be prepared to hold on to the wheel with all your strength to turn it. Stop as soon as possible. If the power steering fails because the engine has cut out, you may need extra pressure on the brakes to stop the car. The second type of steering failure is breakage, or separation of the mechanical linkage. You will need to stop as soon as possible. As you have no directional control, this will probably be easiest if you skid to a halt. Engine overheating. There are several reasons why your car could overheat at any time. Rubber hoses and water pumps can spring a leak. A faulty thermostat or a low antifreeze level are common causes. Regular maintenance should include checking your car's coolant level and inspecting hoses, fans, the thermostat, and other cooling system parts. If your temp gauge starts to climb toward hot, or the dashboard warning light flashes, your steps could mean the difference between replacing a $30 thermostat or thousands of dollars in repairs. Here are the steps to take if your car overheats. Turn on the heater. Turning on the heater draws heat away from the motor and into the passenger compartment. Sometimes, this action sufficiently cools the motor enough to reach a service station. Watch the temp gauge to see if it goes down after a few minutes. If the temp gauge does not drop with the heater on high, pull over to a safe area and let the motor cool down for at least half an hour. Never open the radiator cap until it is only warm to the touch. Check the coolant level. If it's low and you carry coolant in your vehicle, fill it to the top. Start driving again. If your car continues to overheat after you have driven for a few minutes, you must stop and call for roadside assistance. Unless you were just low on coolant, if the motor overheats once, it will probably do it again. You can often see sprung leaks in hoses or hear the water escaping. It is possible to temporarily patch a small hole with duct tape to slow the leak and get you to a service station. A faulty thermostat is a frequent culprit. This is generally not an expensive repair unless multiple thermostats are deeper inside the motor. A leaking radiator will most likely need replacement. An emergency roadside kit is an essential safety tool for every driver. Vehicle breakdowns, flat tires, bad weather, and accidents can happen without warning, and being prepared can make a critical difference in safety and response time. Check the link in the description below to see our emergency roadside kits. If you find these life-saving driver education videos helpful, please consider subscribing to support the channel and stay informed, and check out this next video.